Who doesn't love good racing games? Especially my brothers out there. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at 27 highest rated racing games on Steam. And these are not ratings that I gave them, these are the ratings that actual players are giving them. And we're gonna start from the worst to the best. And by the way, worst rated game has a rating of 87%. So yeah, those games are all pretty good, even though some of them are very niche, very small, and some of them are very, very large and very known. And before we're gonna start, just to let you know, we're talking about car or similar to car racing games. There won't be plane racing, motorbikes, boats, or anything else, just cars or something similar to cars. And starting with number 27, we have F1 2018, and we're gonna have a lot of F1 in this list. And yeah, this requires no introduction. This is the Formula 1 racing, which is beloved by many with a rating of 86.87%. And number 26 is Forza Horizon 5, the one that probably everyone knows. The fifth interest in the Forza Horizon series that takes you in an open world Mexico. Amazing and beautiful game with a rating of 87.12%. The next is Rush Rally 3, which is a pretty small game made by a single person. As you can understand, this is a rally game that will give you access to 20 different cars across 11 different countries. And the game has a rating of 87.37%. Next is a bit of weird game, which is Interstate Drifter 1999, and yeah, this is the only game of this style in this list. This is actually a drift racing game in an old school style, and it has a rating of 87.43%. Next is beloved Trackmania Nations Forever, one of the oldest games in this list, and an actual free one. Race against your friends or completely unknowns in this insane racing game, and this one has a rating of 87.79%. Next is another Formula 1 game, in this case will be Formula 1 2019. Yes, even though this one is also not available anymore, with this pretty high rating of 87.86%, it still managed to get into the list. Next is New Star GP, which is a fast and exciting arcade motorsport game in a crisp retro visuals. And don't get the style of the game fool you, this game is insanely fun and with a rating of 88.12%. And next is another beloved Forza Horizon 4, which will take you into an open world of England and which has a rating of 88.63%. Next is Drift 86, which is quite unique drift racing game and also very, very cheap one. Just get in your favorite car and set records alone or with the friends in this unique arcade game with a rating of 88.75%. Next is Flat Out, probably the oldest game in this list. Flat Out is adrenaline-filled muscle car racing game packed with explosive physics, spectacular effects, and graphics. And of course with a rating of 89.05%. Next is favorite of many, Automobilista 2, to once again pull you into the driving seat of an advanced and diverse racing simulator. And this game probably has the most beautiful graphics in this list, and it has a rating of 89.37%. Next is another stylistically beautiful game, Art of Rally. Race in a golden era of rally. Drive iconic cars of old in a challenging stages through stylized environments inspired by real worldwide location, and it has a rating of 89.57%. Next is Distance, and it is an atmospheric racing simulator, fusing the futuristic arcade racing to survive a deadly mysterious neon-drenched cities by jumping, rotating, and of course flying. And this is one of the few futuristic games in the list, with a rating of 89.73%. Next is another entry in the Formula 1 series, which in this case it will be Formula 1 2012. And yeah, this requires no detailed explanation with a rating of 89.75%. And the next is Ballistic NG, which is a futuristic racing. It's high-speed, all-thrills, anti-gravity combat racer with an open modding environment. And it's paying its homage to the Wipeout series. And it has a rating of 89.9%. And the next is Horizon Chase Turbo. It's a thrilling arcade racing game inspired by super fun, straight-to-the-point classic racings from the 90s. And it has a rating of 90.2%, and this is the first game that crosses 90% mark. And next is another beloved Acera Corsa Competizione, and it is an official GT World Challenge video game. Thanks to extraordinary quality of simulation, you will experience the atmosphere of the GT3 Championship like in no other game, and people are absolutely loving it, giving it a rating of 90.28%. Next is another entry in the Trackmania series. It's a Trackmania United Forever. Just like Trackmania Nations, but adding more of a realistic cars, but not doing realistic stunts. People are absolutely loving it, a rating of 90.43%. And the next is Night Runner's Prologue. Descend into the underworld of Japanese street racing. Set between 1990 and 2009, join the local street racing crews in their battle in the territorial control. And this free prologue has a rating of 90.48% and even overwhelmingly positive recent reviews. And next is one of the favorites of mine, Assetto Corsa, the original one. It's one of the best and one of the most accessible sim racing, which also is one of the cheapest, and with a rating of 91.39%. And number 7 is Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transforms Collection. Yes, the name is mouthful, but yeah, it's what it's called. Compete across the land, water and air, incredible transforming vehicles that change from the cars to boats and planes mid-race. And of course, doing this with your beloved characters. And the game has a rating of 91.46%. And number 6 is Zipkist, which is basically racing soapboxes down the hills. It is incredibly cute, adorable, and an arcadey racing, which people absolutely love, with a rating of 91.76%. Getting into the top 5, and I swear this is the last Formula 1 game, it is the F1 2020, the highest rated F1 game on Steam. Just like with other Formula 1 games, this is the Formula 1 game, and has a rating of 91.78%, again, the highest in the Formula 1 series. And number 4 is Retrowave. Neon lights, palm streets, synthwave, 80 supercars speeding down the endless highway. And of course, it's one of the most beautiful games on this list, with a rating of 93.1%. And number 3 is Flat Out 2, another old but gold game. In this high-speed races, the more damage you inflict, the better. The ultimate in turbocharged cars and the craziest competitor drivers waiting for you in this amazing racing game. And it has a rating of 93.7%. And number 2 in the highest rated games is CarX Drift Racing Online. It is your chance to immerse yourself in the real world of drifting. Get better with your friends, tune in your car and burn some tires. And this game is absolutely beloved, with a rating of 93.94%. And getting to the number 1, which has by far the highest rating in every racing game, is none other than BeamNG Drive. And who thought otherwise? It's a dynamic solid body physics vehicle simulator capable of doing almost anything, and this is one of the best racing and car games period on Steam, and with a rating of 96.16%. And yes, this was 27 highest rated racing games. I will be including SteamDB list in the description down below, so you can find all those games right there as well yourself. And if you like racing games, you are probably looking for buying the best direct drive steering wheel, which I reviewed right here. You can watch right here as well. And if you like games like Assetto Corsa like I do, you can watch my video about that right here as well. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe right here as well. This is me for today, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Take care.